Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Your tongue.
Mic check, mic check.
Okay,
Mic check on the 1, 2, on the way to third.
You already
Mic check,
know.
like I
You
said,
don't wanna
mic
miss
check.
this.
You can't miss it. Mic check, 1, 2 on the way to third. It's fly, taking off like birds. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all
Welcome.
doing?
What is this? I'm
It is
feeling
episode.
some sexy vibes over here. Is this the love station?
Love
Are we
station.
pairing up? Is this the kiss cam?
Yeah, this is romantic Ria checking in live for episode number 38.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. Episode number 38. So
You gotta be
Are
sexy.
here?
You people, listen. Before we jump at all that,
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
I'm your host Ria. I sit her right next to me. I mean, right next to me, so close to me. It's almost like she's on me.
We gotta share the love.
No,
Yes.
we ain't doing all that this year. Certainly not in this month.
Yes. We sharing the love.
Standing at 6'2", weighing it. She be losing a few pounds. Weighing at 259.
Oh.
Shout out to all my 259ers.
Woo.
Kate.
Okay.
Money. We host an Corny Couple Station. And this is episode number 38.
People. Wow. Isn't it insane, Ria, that it is February the 1st? So
That's
if you did not know and you're listening, you're like,
I knew. That's why I was.
what about the people that are driving and they're like, whoa.
What about
I almost swerved because I didn't know it was February the 1st.
Right.
Yeah,
And you only got 13
take a
more
deep
days to
breath.
get your significant others. An absolutely wonderful, beautiful gift. So, people, you got to jump on it. But before we jump into all of these topics and situations and wishing you guys a happy new year a whole month later, let me get back in my sexy mode because it's February 1st. This is the month of love. And I want to show love, people. So guess what? We showing love. So shout out to all the newlyweds.
Wow. Oh my goodness. What type of podcast is this? That's hilarious. But
Really.
yeah, we just want to come back and wow, it's been an entire month. So those of you who have been patiently so waiting for us, you are in it for a treat this podcast because truly I tell you, Karla, I tell you that we're just doing something so amazing, not only for our minds, our bodies, but also for our spirits and for our surroundings.
Absolutely.
So I'm so excited to be able
people,
to share with you guys.
If you remember
what
the
we're
last, absolutely. You remember the last episode.
What not to bring.
What not to bring into a new year. And one of the most important things that we said we were not going to bring into the new year was stress. It is so easy. Stress is like the cousin that come over your house and never go home, eating all your food, asking you all these questions, looking at your boyfriend.
I'm the cousin in this podcast.
Looking at your boyfriend.
Okay.
No, you said it. So you looking at somebody. You looking at your cousin boyfriend. You're fast. But people,
no.
Stress is just this unwanted individual. And look here, stress ain't paying rent. Stress ain't buying food. Stress don't even take out the trash. So people, put him and his posse out, people. That's not, we're not doing it this year. So we took off the first month of January. We just wanted to get in the mode. We wanted to get in the zone of what it was that we were going to do.
Wanted to go ahead and get focused because one of the many things that we're bringing into this year is that taking control of our minds.
Oh,
so
it is so it's a challenge.
It is so hard.
It's a task,
and I won't tell you guys that. Oh my God, y'all should just jump on it because it's so easy. No, because if it were so easy, then everybody would be able to take control of their entire minds and their thoughts and what comes out of their mouth. But of course, we've all been there where we just are in a conversation or are in a situation where somebody says something rude and you're like, wow, that was uncalled for.
Right.
But it is okay because it's not them. They just don't have control of those thoughts and those things that come out of their mouth.
Absolutely.
But we are practicing it and it would be awesome.
It's called awareness, mental awareness.
Yeah, it's mental awareness.
You know, and a unique thing, well, a unique practice that I was, attempting to do, still do it. I shared it with Karla, off air, but I want to share it with you guys because in 2020, we want to give all year, give. People always say, well, I've been giving. Well, congratulations. Let's take it to a whole nother level. But one thing that I was practicing and trying, and it's pretty astonishing what you'll read. Any thoughts that you are uncomfortable with, whether it be good or bad, it doesn't even matter. Any thought, write them down. And you will go back and read like, wow, I really thought that.
Yeah.
And some of them can be, especially if you have a lot of things on your mind, people, I definitely recommend it. And you will be surprised in what it is that you don't even have control over sometimes that can, it's like drifting off.
Yeah.
But the mind thinks at such a beautiful, dangerous, rapid rate that it's like a current in an ocean or a river. It'll take you anywhere. But until you pick up that paddle and say, look here, man, I see some honeys with coconuts. I'm headed to that island. See what I mean? Forget my mind, people.
I mean, I do want to share this. Ria did give me one of the best presents last year.
It's a bar of soap. A bar of soap, people.
No, dirty socks. And
no, they were already yours. You say, oh, these socks so stanky and dirty. Why would you give me these? I said, those are yours. I was just getting them off your floor. And she was like, shut up. But yeah.
No, but seriously, I was about to say real talk. But this is not the podcast, people.
Talking real.
And I just want to, like he was mentioning, he was talking about just writing down your thoughts. And Ria actually gave me this little notebook, this little green notebook that I use every single day. And I kind of feel lost without it now because I'll go somewhere or I'll be in a class and I'll just be thinking about something that I have to get down on paper just so that I can get it out of my mind.
And that's the reason why you should write it down so you can get rid of it. Well, if it's a bad thought or whatever.
Or like oftentimes too, like I know us women, I mean me personally, I'll think about something and I'm like, oh, I can't forget this, so I'll like store it. But at the same time, like I'll act like I'm listening to somebody else, but I'm not. I'm just storing that thought that I had in my mind until I can finally.
So let me find out. Let me find out, ladies. I'm going to start stealing some of y'all notebooks. And let me find out these notebooks are saying 255. That mailman had nice glutes. Let me find out, ladies. I'm going to go find that mailman. I'm going to say, hey, man, keep doing those squats. They peeping you out. Give me a workout.
And I promise you, like sometimes I'll have a thought and I'll be doing something really important, but I'll have a thought and I can't get rid of this thought because this is really important.
She's saying thought, not thought. I know y'all mind drifting. I know somebody listening like, man, I got plenty. As many thoughts she got, bro, I got the same amount of thought. No, thoughts. Like ideas, epiphanies. Oh, okay. Not promiscuous young ladies and men. Not thoughts. Thoughts. Okay, Kara. I don't know. We live in 2020 now.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know. We're not up on the lingo. Thoughts could be
so crazy.
Something weird nowadays.
Ria actually said, so much has changed in these upcoming years, and like we're in 2020, we have no idea. And I was thinking about this earlier. I'm so excited to share this. All right, so I was thinking about this earlier, and you know how we had that neon oh my god,
neon who?
The neon fashion trend. Now you know what I think about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. People don't ever wear
like
neon.
That trashing. And
you said it right.
And we had that neon fashion trend, and I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, as many movies in the future that Ria and I have watched, every single trend is horrible.
Every single one.
Every year we're getting so much closer
to it.
That futuristic
it's
trend.
Like oh my goodness.
And I don't know, Ria. Hold on, sorry, I need to finish
go
this.
ahead, take your time.
And I don't know if it's maybe because people are like, let's mock what they think that the future is going to be
people
like.
Don't
and
do it.
They're mocking
mock it,
but they're not mocking it. They're
for real.
Yeah,
the future is mocking you.
Yeah.
Because these things in these movies are costumes, people.
Yeah.
You brought it to reality.
Right.
So look here. Take those neon, corduroy, overall, short rumpers off, guys.
Guys.
Some dude that like, hey.
Seriously, dude.
Yes, seriously, dude. Take that off. But, yeah. So people, we're giving advice all year. And I don't know, we're giving all year. And the first thing we can do is we can give you some great advice.
That's my new word.
What?
Trashing.
Trashing, yeah.
Hey, we have this trashing going on in 2020.
Right. People.
It's trash fashion.
Yes. So people, trashing.
And not to judge anyone that's wearing neon right now.
No, we're judging you. We're judging you. It is the middle of winter, and you got on neon. Player, whatever you're doing.
There's a bear that's looking straight at you.
Right. And it's hungry.
And they're like, hibernation time is over,
Right.
cuz.
Licking your chops. But 2020, like, people, please, if you have any ideas, definitely do it.
Somebody outside is bumping.
Yeah, man. We can hear some people making a lot of ruckus, and it's coming through the studio soundproof and the wall. So, but yeah, people, please, if you have any ideas that is bothering you or distracting you,
write it down.
little advice, write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
I mean, we have two options.
Right.
Really, we have an option to keep attracting it, because if you keep that thought, you keep attracting more thoughts similar to that.
Right.
But then you have another option to discard it. And when you discard that thought, no other thought can come similar to that one, because you already eliminated it.
Absolutely.
So you have to make a choice in these difficult situations,
Right.
wherever you are, whatever is happening in your life, when you feel as if this stress is coming on you, this anxiety is coming on you, you need to make a choice whether you're going to allow it or not. Mm-hmm.
Split decision, people.
Yeah.
Because
the more you allow it, the more comfortable you become with it.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about thoughts. And it might sound weird to write down what you're thinking, but however old you are, you have become so immune to these bad or off the wall thoughts and ideas.
Yeah.
And, just cognitive thinking that you've become familiar with it. It's immune to it.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're in a house and it smells like pure D bologna with a sprinkle of booty.
I mean, you're immune to that.
You're immune to it. And
you don't smell it.
Somebody else come in the house. Somebody else come in the house. They like,
dang! What the heck?
What in Hades is that? But literally, that's what it smells like. But you don't eat. You like, what? What's going on? I don't smell it.
Yeah.
But when you walk outside
real quick and then
step
come
outside
back
and come back in, you're like, God, I live like this. And then, so that's what your brain is thinking. If you let that stuff out and you read it, if you allow yourself to regurgitate, it's like throwing up food. If you throw up food, you're like, wow, I'm glad that's out of my system. You're not going to eat it again, right?
So I just watched The Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
And, there's these 2019 came out with The Lady and the Tramp, the live version. And it's just so funny because they use these dogs, and the dog is like, oh, man, you feel sick? You feel sick, bro? Just throw it up and eat it back up. Tastes a lot better, too.
All right. And that's what it's like.
And that's what your thoughts are saying,
Yeah.
Throw it up and eat it back up, because it feels a lot better. It tastes a lot sweeter when you just
people, throw those words up on paper and reread them. Reread them, and you're going to be like, wow,
I'm sorry,
I had
Ria,
that thought.
But like, one thing that I will say is that I can write all day on my phone. I'll type a note and I'll do all that.
No.
But it is not as efficient
as
when I have a little notebook
that
carries everything.
Because
that
if you just think about it, if a notification comes through or anything comes through, the mind wanders so fast.
And you don't finish your thoughts. Guys, we don't finish our thoughts. Most of the time, 90% of the time, we don't finish our thoughts.
And
our thoughts are
it's
distracted.
on to the next thing, So take the time out, take the initiative to get a pad, get a pencil and paper, and write these things down. And reread some of the things that your mind thinks on its own. You'd be like, wow.
And I'm a to-do
what in
lister.
The world was I doing thinking about that?
Mm-hmm.
What was I thinking about my neighbor's
dog?
Saying that dog has a nice tail.
And it's just like I'm a to-do lister.
Right.
So I write down a to-do list. And what better way to have it in my thought journal?
Right.
I think that whatever my mind is focused on, that's what I'm stressing about. So if I have this to-do list and I'm taking I'm scratching off one to-do list, one thing at a time. I'm just taking the time off to be like, you know what? It's not that much. It's just one sheet of to-do list.
That's it. So people write these things down, whether it be a to-do list, whether it be an idea, whether it be a stress, whether it be a worry, whether it be a fear, whether it be anxiety. And certainly if it's depression, if you're having dark thoughts, people write it down. Bring that darkness to the light. And then you can say, hey, you're just on paper. You're not that bad.
I saw this
Expose that.
I saw this mom talking to their child, and their child was like, the child was like, Mom, I want to be an astronaut. And the mom was like, oh, you want to be an astronaut? And the kid was like, yeah, Mom, I do want to be an astronaut. And the mom was like, well, you have to go to school, you have to train, you have to make good grades, and you have to prepare to go out of space.
So you got to learn how to pee upside down, son.
And the toddler was just amused. She was like, okay, well, that's just 4 things.
Right.
But it's like, that's just 4 things.
We have to have that type of mindset.
Like, as just our life just by itself, we're
never in a moment.
We have what is kindergarten or daycare, if you went to daycare, kindergarten. You have elementary school, you have middle school, you have high school, you have college, you have masters, you have doctorates, and then finally you have your job, your career.
Maybe. Because Arby's hiring. You might have it.
So, like, let me just think about these things all by itself. They're just 9 things to do. Yeah. There are 9 things to do in your life. But when we are in these situations, we don't just see it as 9 things. We don't just see it as a stepping stool. We see it as, it's just
everything.
The end of the world because everything
so
is
people,
crashing up on me.
This is what we have to do, We just have to stop giving things this year. We're talking about giving. One thing that we're not going to give, we're going to be selfish with this. We are not going to give these things so much power over our mood, our mindset, or our happiness. Like, oh, man, I got to go to work today. You knew you had to go to work yesterday. So why are you stressing over it? Just go, You knew that you had to, watch your own kids. Don't have them next time. No, joking. But
just next time.
Yeah, just the small things. People, just don't allow the mind to think those. Like, that's a great idea and example right there. Man, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Or, man, it's Monday already. Or, man, this, that, whatever. Write those things down. And then you'll realize, as long as you're alive, it's going to be Monday again. Yeah. So stop giving these thoughts so much power, because the more Mondays you see, the more you'll hate Monday. And guess what? Your bitterness for Mondays will continue to grow.
Yeah, you're giving Monday the power.
You're giving Monday your power. Think about it. You can't have Friday without a Monday. So people, let's not give.
Go through things.
You got to go through things. So let's not give things so much power.
You got to go through Monday to get to Friday.
Absolutely. So
and that's how life works. You have to go through a removal stage just to get to the addition stage.
Absolutely.
You have to go through the losing friendship stage just to get to the plentiful, fruitful, amazing blessing of a future that you have in store.
And I don't really say losing friendships. I just, looking. Everybody has to grow. You can grow with each other or you can grow apart. There's no love lost, people. So if you haven't heard from someone since 2019 or whatever the case may be, everybody has this New Year's resolution. People, keep the streak going. If you haven't heard from them in a whole month, it's okay. They're not interested in going into this new year with you. I know it's a cliche, no matter what it is. If you haven't had alcohol going into this new year, it's okay. See how long you can go. If you haven't, whatever you've started, let's see how long you can go. Be the best version of you.
I guess, one of the things that helps me a lot too, not only journaling, but also if I start something, I want to take that self-discipline on a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And I want to be like,
how long?
How long?
What am I capable of? That's what we need to do.
How long can I exert my body? Right. And actually, we're so excited because this is something that we're doing. Like, Ria and I are taking this challenge upon ourselves to say, all right, we're going to do something just so that we can prepare for this next thing. And
the first thing we can give you Okay, we gave you the mental part.
Yes.
We gave you the mental part.
Now let's move on to
Let's
the
move
physical.
on the physical part. We gave you the
and
mental part.
materialistic.
Right. We gave you the mental part. People, so in a nutshell, to wrap it all up with the mental part, write down things, go back and reread them and see the growth and the progression of your mind. Now, physically, it's the same format. Write down what you did workout wise, or write down something that you did more than yesterday. If you did one push up today, do another one the next day. Do 2 and do 3. Or if you want to do one every day,
Be
at
like
the end of
me.
the year, it's 365 push-ups. That's more
Be
than the
like
previous
me.
year. I think we're looking at the end result. And that's what can discourage us. People, just focus on one day at a time. That goes back to the mental, but back to the physical. Me and K Money over here, we're gearing up and getting ready for the spring. And we are excited to take you guys on this journey with us. We're going to be working out outside. No weight equipment needed. We're just going to be using each other.
Body weight
From squats, lunges, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, chin-ups, running hills, running sprints, bike riding. I got some boxing gloves. We're going to be doing, boxing, working on self-defense, and just, man, not only enjoying one another's company and me getting to beat her up with her permission, not just that, but working out, man, and getting our body right, because we're working on the mental part. We're clearing our minds, and now we're going to exert that energy of positivity, and you're going to translate it into our workout.
And you may ask, how are you guys preparing for all of that?
Absolutely.
Well, perfect, because let me tell you, girlfriend, guy friend.
I was about to
let
say.
me tell you.
I was about to say. I ain't about to say boyfriend. No disrespect to the boyfriends.
Girlfriend, guy friend. Let me tell you right here. This is what we're doing. What?
You said girlfriend. Everybody was listening like, is he going to say boyfriend? Nah, not this. Nah, I failed.
And let me tell you how we're preparing for this exact moment. Yes. Well.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're saving.
We're saving.
We are saving.
We're saving.
We're taking the time out of what we do, what we want, what our flesh wants, because our flesh, this what you see wants so much, because we desire so many things.
Absolutely.
And it can be something simple as I want a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like, this is one thought that always pops into my mind, and I'm like, I want cheesecake.
But I'm proud of you. You fight the urge.
You
fight the urge.
I haven't had cheesecake in months, guys.
That's why her 259 has. That's why she's at 259 now. She was at we already know. Listen to the last episode. But on a serious note, that's what it takes. Like she said, we're sacrificing
our wants.
Wants for what we need.
Yeah.
And
we need to save, and that's a simple way of self-discipline. I mean,
self-discipline, absolutely.
Consistency and just saving, budgeting.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So you might ask, well, how much money do you guys spend? Okay, well, Karla probably spends about $20 to $10 a week.
20 to 10. I like the way you did that. $10 to $20 a week. Same for me. With 10, I would say 10 to 22 on the safe side on meal prep. And with that solid meal prep that we both have.
That includes my meal prep and my restroom and shower necessities.
Right. So, that's great. We spend anywhere from $10 to $20 a week. We challenge ourselves.
Yeah. That's including food, including necessities, whether it's floss, toothpaste,
absolutely,
toilet paper. I mean, we're always stacked up, so we never need anything in bulk.
And absolutely, just to give you an example, people might be thinking, well, how can I get food for as little as $10 to $20? Okay, quick little rundown. If you go to your closest Walmart, you can get a bag of spinach, which we had today. You get a bag of spinach for $1.54. Okay, that's a bag of spinach. And you can get a pack of chicken or a whole rotisserie chicken. A whole rotisserie is $5, and a pack of drumsticks would be roughly $6. $6. So right now you're right at $7. And then you go get a head of cabbage or a bag of lettuce, and you can make salads to go along with to substitute
And even if you want to do, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't like too much salads and stuff like. Well, I get it, but you could also get a bag of fresh broccoli for $5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a bag of potatoes, which I don't encourage you to do often, but you can get a bag of potatoes for $4 or $5.
Right, absolutely. So you don't want to do too much carbs because the more carbs you do,
the more you have to sweat.
The more you have to sweat. And the thing about carbs are good for energy, yes, but if you have an excess amount of carbs, what they'll do, it'll turn into glucose. And glucose, people, is sugar. And sugar turns to what? Dun, dun, dun.
Fat.
Jiggly. Jelly. So people, unless...
But sometimes we do need a little sugar just for that.
Unless, if your man like a little jelly so he can add to his peanut butter, hey, y'all make a sandwich. But if you trying to get
what
lean...
is peanut butter made of?
That's for our adult podcast, which we will never make. But so yeah, that's just a mix up. So we, right at 12. You're funny. Right at 12. No. Right at $12, and that's food, and you can, so people, you can bake the chicken, you can grill the chicken, however you want to do it, and that'll prepare you for going into this new year, trying to eat a little bit healthier. And as you get more familiar with the new nuances of eating clean, and then you can mix it up. You can throw some little fish in there. You can throw a little bit more cucumbers and salads and avocados and boiled eggs and mushrooms and
it's okay to have wheat bread too.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
A lot of people
wraps,
are like, what about
whatever.
Wheat bread?
Yeah.
What about bread? I love bread. Yeah, just make healthier choices. Wheat bread.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not saying that you have to go. We encourage if you guys want to go
sandwiches are good too.
Yeah.
Sandwiches are good too. That's a good form of carbs
too.
So you can have a sandwich a day.
Right.
Which is perfect.
And people, please, I do encourage eating more, not just one meal a day. I know a lot of people have work schedules, but look, people, try to get your at least mandated 3. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you can't do 3, at least 2. One meal lasting you 10 hours because I know that you guys work extensive shifts, but try to give your body what it needs. And I know, because I used to be guilty of this. Be mindful of the snacking, people. Not too much snacking.
Oh, same here. I used to be so guilty. But you know what helped me, Ria?
What's that?
Eating fruit.
Fruit. If you want a snack, go ahead.
Like bananas, grapes.
Get your fruit.
Dried cranberries.
Right. Cucumbers.
It's insane. Cucumbers.
So many different.
I like to add a little, I know Ria doesn't like this, but I like to add a little tahini on the side.
No. How can you
I know a lot of people are like, ooh, yes,
spicy
tahini.
Fruit? No.
So I love cucumbers and tahini, and that's a perfect snack for me.
And the reason why we're taking this initiative to eat right and eat clean, to not only clean out our mind and our bodies, like I said, we're preparing for the spring. We need our bodies to meet our expectations for what we're about to do to them, It's not for any particular reason at all. We just want to be the best versions of us. So what better way to do it? Right. While saving. So that we can invest in what it is that we need to invest in.
Yeah. So it's always great to just have a backup plan.
Plan.
That sometimes money is tight. Yes, we understand. We've been there.
Right.
I mean, we completely understand that sometimes money is tight. And so that's why you need a backup plan. So if you can you can save how many ever that you didn't spend on your necessities. Hear me out. Necessities. You can just store it. You could store it, and guess what? You have 5 emergency bucks.
Yeah. So people, that's what challenge yourself.
Add up.
Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Not only to think clean, to eat clean. Let's clean up this bank account.
Yes.
Let's clean it up. And the only way to clean up that bank account, you got to put paper in there. So get the scrubbing. So let your bank account be like, ooh, I'm full today. I'm full today.
Guys,
I'm full today.
Let me tell you, if you spend around $10 to $20 a day because you love, your easy, quick, fast food,
right.
Because you don't have enough time, we get it. But if you do add a little bit of, save that money. You can save $10 a day. $10 a day times 365. You rich.
You rich.
You're so rich.
You rich. That's over 3,600.
Uh-huh.
So people, you just realize you can do it. You can do it. but it starts with you. It starts with your mind. Once you make up your mind, your body will follow. So once you clean up those thoughts, people, that's all we're giving you today. We want to give you encouragement. We want to give you a little inspiration. We want to give you a little advice. You know what I mean? And we want to give you a little insight of what we were preparing this entire month of January for what we're about to do for the remainder of the year. And we're excited to do it.
So let me tell you guys a funny story. So Ria and I had this little bowl. So every time that we saw each other to podcast or saw each other just to chat up and to just brainstorm, we would give this bowl $5. $5. By the end of our little challenge, we had, what was it, $400?
I think it was like $365, $370.
That's awesome. Yeah. And the only reason we broke it off was because, well, why was it? Did I have like a bad tire or something?
Hey, it don't matter. That's what it was for.
Just emergency money.
It was emergency. And it was used properly. So people, put your stuff, every time.
And we're going to have to start doing that.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
right?
Every time that you break a bill, put the change in there. If you break a 10, keep the 5. If you break a 5, keep $2 or whatever the case may be, people. But the whole goal is if you don't break it, you got more money. So people, any ideas that you have, write them down. Any thoughts or anxieties or worries or fears or anything that's irritating you, write them down.
That journal is waiting for you.
It's waiting for you, people. So fill it up.
That journal
Let
has
that journal
purpose.
be what good is it to vent?
Fulfill their purpose.
What good is it to vent to an individual that has something on their mind too? They thinking about what they thinking about. They not really thinking about what you thinking about.
Are thinking, oh man, well I don't journal and I don't really use any paper and pen because I'm trying to save the environment. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
We have so many killed trees. I mean, just pick it up.
Pick it up. You can't listen. Pick it up you can't save the environment if it's already dead. Yeah. So save your mind. Your mind is more important than that environment at that particular time. If that paper is already done. No. I'm not. Hey, look. I'm for land. I'm for trees. I'm for all this, but if that paper is already been molded into paper, people, go ahead and use that pencil.
You can't undo the process.
You can't undo it. You can't plant that paper. Oh, sound like a ketchup bottle in here. But people, that's what we want to give you. We want to give you greatness. So, with that being said, we want to give you greatness.
Yes. So, with that being said, we just want to tell you guys that we have a awesome surprise coming up for you guys.
A Corny Combo Station wants to do something different this year.
You made it to the end of the podcast. You made it to listen to us about this self-growth and process. So we want to give you a little bit of love. We want to show a little bit of love towards you, fam, because you are our fam. We want to show some love. And we want to give you a free, drumroll please.
We're not going to tell you. It's a surprise. You just got the only form of work that you have to do, people.
Send us an email.
Yeah, send email
us at
it's not us.
Corny.
Email a Corny Combo Station.
Email a Corny Combo Station at gmail.com.
Absolutely.
And we are waiting for your responses. We're waiting for you. You can
so they're
say
picking
something super simple. You can
say something super simple,
like,
super silly.
Hey, I listened to your podcast.
Right. And they're picking
Where's
the first exactly. They're picking the first 5 people that participate in this. So as soon as you hear this,
it's
matter of fact,
completely free.
Absolutely.
We're not going to charge you absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
We're going to give you more details.
They're going to give you more detail in the email. So all that you have to do, as a matter of fact, you should be pulling up your Gmail, Google account right now,
as you're listening,
saying, "Hey,
the first 5 people, stuff is going to go fast."
Absolutely. A Corny Conversation has something great for you. So only thing that you have to do, we want to start.
Corny Conversation wants to give you something for free. All you have to do is email a Corny
only
Conversation
work you got to do
gmail.com.
A Corny Combo Station right now. ACORNIE COBO
CONVOSTATION.
Whoa, you so slaughtered that. We don't even know where we work for. Listen, ACORNIE A Corny Convo Station. CONVOSTATION at gmail.com.
I was correct the entire time.
Yeah, right.
You
whatever.
Slaughtered it.
No.
We're gonna listen to this after that. You owe me $5.
No, I'm saving. So people, go ahead. It's absolutely free. A Corny Combo Station wants to give you guys something. So if you're listening to me spell this wrong, hey, just spell it how you see it on whatever platform that you're listening to.
Yeah,
like
the
I
podcast
said, They want to give you something absolutely free, more detail in description once you send the email. But that is all that we have because we got to give each other something. I got to give her the restroom because somebody got a little rumble in her tumbler. And maybe if you listen to close to this episode, you heard that little gas. It said,
oh, no. You didn't have to do that to me. They probably didn't hear.
They
sorry,
heard
guys.
it. They heard it. But that's all we have today.
We'll see you next time on a Corny Conversation podcast. We love you.
You see how she tried to rush us off because she got to go to the toilet? I'm your host, Ria. It's sitting across from me. Was leaving the studio. She got people. It's about to, what air freshen it. Sitting next to me. On the way out. I don't know what's on the way out. You or what's about to come out. Kate was 259.
Hey.
She was 259, but she about to lose some weight, and she gonna get down to 182 because she better drop off a load, and that's all that we have today. So people, go ahead, send us that email, and they got you. Be great. Enjoy this Saturday.